Ali Dusedu with a long ball in that Prince Edukabna, but that's very good defensive work coming in from South Korea. Cho Yun-min getting the better of the Ghanaian attacker. Quick spread of play down the right hand side. Gideon Mensah, can he win possession? This time around he comes second best, but the scrap falls into midfield. Kwesi Sebo back to Jonas Ajeti. Just over the halfway line inside the center circle. Kelvin rolls it down the right hand side. He finds Ali Dusedu. Christopher Bonsuba. Ali Dusedu picks up the pass from Kelvin. Back to Caleb. Kwesi Sebo operating from a deeper line in midfield. Finds Kojo Pompepra. Gideon Mensah. He's been forced back to Pompepra. Caleb wants the ball in midfield. Kwesi Sebo weighs his option. Sent in a quick ball out to this man. He finds Ali Dusedu. Seidu comes all the way back once again to Jonas Ajeti. In central, Caleb Grinchi. Ali Dusedu. The long ball, can Kwabnedu pick it up, but that is too heavy a pass. Looks more like they'll be looking for the channel passing to find Kwabnedu.
Certainly, and his only problem is being a bit stronger than his marker or the opponent's defender, that's South Korea's defender. They've just been a bit too strong for him to fight them, and I think he would also need some support from the wingers as well, because it feels like he is the only one trying to move forward or surge up front to get the goal for the Black Stars. And also it feels like they're also playing a very, very high line when they are attacking.
Well, very high line whenever they are attacking. Quick ball down into central defend. Kim Min-jae picks up the pass, leaves it in midfield for Kangin. Crossfield delivery trying to find Heung-min Son, but that was a very good interception coming from Ali Dusedu. The clearance from Ajeti is found by South Korea. Heung-min Son comes all the way into midfield to try build an attack for Korea. Cho Yun-min find Kim Min-jae. Min-jae down the left hand side. Lee Tai-seok back to Min-jae. Park Jin-seok. Min-jae's press play down midfield, and Heung-min Son comes all the way to help rebuild an attack. Heung-min Son trying to get the better of Kwabnedu. He's been brought down. It's going to be a free kick. Kwabnedu clearly not happy with the support from Prince Owusu.
Yeah, as I said earlier, he can't do it alone. He needs support from the other players, from the wingers, and also from Prince Owusu himself. So he would need a lot of players to help him to be able to get those chances and at least finish one or two of them in this game.
Well, let's see how things will pan out in the next couple of minutes. But as it stands now, a little over 12 minutes played. South Korea 0, Ghana 0. International friendly match between Ghana and South Korea. Quick passing from Korea. Lee Kangin. Express play down the left hand side. Not the very best of passes, but it's recovered by Jens Castro. Back into defense. What do you mean? Down his right hand side. Easily picked up by Tai-seok. And he goes over the halfway line waiting to find that loose end. Ghana defending and keeping their shape. Gideon comes second best to that, but that ball quickly recovered by Kamaldeen Suleiman. Gideon Mensah trying to keep possession. He ends up with two men and loses it eventually, but the referee allows play to continue. And ultimately, whistles for a foul there against Hyung-ju, who seems to push Gideon Mensah down in that tussle. A bit of a dangerous play there, but I think Gideon, too much drama.
Yeah, it was a bit dramatic, but ended up winning the free kick and has stopped the Korean attack from causing any harm to the defense of the Black Stars. But that was brilliant. That was strong of him to try and hold off two players, not just one, but two players from trying to get an attempt on goal.
Game continues with a quick ball out from South Korea down the right-hand side. Picked up by Ko Hyo-chu. Can he get the ball? Very good defensive work coming in from Kojo Pompepra to win a free kick. Seo Young-woo wanted to get to the end of that. Kangin pulling all the strings in midfield for South Korea.
Yes, he wants to get back to his best after he's actually coming back from injury, and he has played I think 3 or 4 matches for Paris Saint-Germain. He's got 2 assists in those 3 or 4 matches, and he's trying to regain his form that we saw last season, and he's trying to get back to fitness with everything and all guns blazing. So he's using this match to assess himself on how fit he is or how fit he can be for his club side, as club football would also be returning soon.
Lee Kangin, a regular member of the PSG squad that conquered Europe last season. Kwesi Sibo with some beautiful turns in there. He ended up being brought down. The referee whistles for a free kick for Ghana. Prince Owusu loses possession. It's a quick ball to find Humington. Clever touch on the ball. Makes that turn. Comes down to his right-hand side. He finds Hyo-chu. All the way back to Seo. Seo comes into Kim Min-jae. Waiting to make that pass. It's rather Cho Yu-min. Decides to go high up the field down the left-hand side. Can he be kept in play? A delivery comes inside the penalty area, but looks like some tussling went wrong. And Kwejo Pompepra came down. That was beautiful spread of play, switching play from defense into attack. And Ghana were caught. Poor watching.
Yeah, and these are the chances or the opportunities that South Korea would love to have. And the high line was barely visible because there was one defender who kept the whole play ongoing. So they need to watch the line. They need to know how they want the shape of the team to be, whether it's a direct high line they are playing or they are just trying to hold some players offside just to keep them in the offside trap. But they need to really check their lines because the communication wasn't there in that moment, and they need to communicate a lot.
Jonas Ajete feeling some pain in there. Is that another injury to a Black Stars? Fortunately, unfortunately, Ghana has just 8 players on the bench, 2 goalkeepers, and then 3 defenders. If he's going to be out, it means that Jerome Opoku could possibly be the man to sit in for him. Head coach Otoado still looking forward to see now best he can get over this. But thankfully, looks like Jonas Ajete is back. John Pompepra is also up and delivering inside the penalty area. Benjamin Asare nearly missed that one, but he punches it away for a corner kick.
Korea are very dangerous in terms of set pieces, corner kicks. And I think they scored twice against Ghana in the World Cup when we met them from set pieces. So they are very dangerous in the air, and we shouldn't be giving them such opportunities like that.
There shouldn't be such opportunities granted South Korea, but they have a successive corner kick. They decide to go short, the cut back, but clever read of the ball there by Jonas Ajete, who boosts it away into the Korean half. Intelligent from Hyung-ju, but he ended up failing to find his captain. Play continues. South Korea, Son Bum-kin in play, finds Yu-min. Yu-min close by is Kim Min-jae. Min-jae back to Park Jin-seok. Down his right-hand side, he finds Seo. Seo quickly comes into play. To Lee Kangin. Kangin trying to dictate play. And it's Jin-seok who wanted that ball but couldn't have enough space to receive it. The ball is with Seo Young-woo. Down his right-hand side, he finds Ko Hyo-chu. Jens Kastrop wants it delivered down the left-hand side, but he's easily picked up by Lee Tai-seok. Korea in possession, dominating play now, having a fair share of possession. After 20 minutes, Ghana nil, South Korea nil. A very clever interception from Jonas Ajeti. Quick ball down the right-hand side. Christopher Bonsuba, he decides to fall back into defense. Ali Seidu finds Kwesi Sibo to his right. He finds Bonsuba once again. Comes in central. That's a misplaced pass. And he's been picked up in midfield by South Korea. Prince Owusu trying to help with possession. Christopher Bonsuba loses out. Heung-min down the left-hand side. That's very good read of the ball there by Ali Seidu to make that interception. Comes back to Opompepra, sent in a long one. Edu Kwamna messes out already. Caleb Yuinchi wastes possession. Bonsuba trying to get the better of his man. He's been fouled. It's going to be a free kick against South Korea. Lee Tai-seok making it very tight. He plays his club football for Austria Vienna. Bonsuba gave some light in the opening minutes, but it seems every single time he gets the ball, he's retreating. He's making back passes.
And I think that he should actually be taking.
That's a clever play there from Prince Edu Kwamna with the outside of his boot. He goes all the way down his right hand side. He finds Christopher Bonsuba looking for Edu Kwamna's run again, but that was too heavy a pass for him to pick up. A goalkeeper, Son Bunkin, coming out to save it. It hasn't been impressive from Bonsuba after that exploit in the opening minute.
Yes, he's just gone silent after that brilliant work he did to find and create space, but wasn't able to finish. Since then, he's just been passing back, keeping it a bit too safe. And as an attacker, as a forward, you need to take initiative at times. You need to strive and try and create your own opportunities, not always being fed. And I think he needs to take initiative in this game. He needs to make himself known. He needs to be everywhere. But it feels like they're a bit too shy at this point. Whenever Korea is in their own half and holding the ball, they don't press. They just wait for them to come. They draw them in and then show that they are just a bit too much, or they are playing a deeper side or a deeper way than the usual. So I think it's a bit tricky in the first half. And Bonsuba, as I said, needs to take initiative. He needs to create his own chances.
Christopher Bonsuba needs to be creating his own chances. Ball drops into midfield. Clever interception coming in from the Black Stars. But South Korea quickly make that recovery down the left-hand side. Heung-min trying to get the better of Ali Seidu, but Seidu comes up top to win possession. Quick ball from Kwesi Sibo to Ali Seidu. Seidu, the poor pass, but intercepted right there by Lee Tai-seok. That was Prince Owusu who was brought down. Very strong challenge coming from Ko Hyochu. Prince Owusu will gladly pick himself up. Apologies from the referee. He hasn't really glittered.
Yes, and he's one player who likes to create opportunities when he's on the ball. He likes to create opportunities for his teammates. If you watch him in Midyama, he's always trying to find a teammate, trying to create opportunities. And when he gets the chance, he likes to also latch it from outside the 18-yard box as well. So he is one player that so far his performance hasn't really been one to be happy about or want to write home about. But I think he needs to gel a bit with the side, and hopefully he might be able to shine in this game.
Hopefully he might be able to shine in this game. Throwing quickly affected. Ball is picked up easily by Ali Seidu on the return. But Korea will clear the alliance. Ali Seidu waiting for that pass from Caleb Yuinchi. Ali Seidu comes second best to that, but he manages to find Kwesi Sibo. A poor pass gone wrong there from Prince Owusu. He ends up bringing his man down. Ghana wins possession. Referee whistles for a foul there, but he decides to let go as Ghana is in possession of the ball. Kamaldeen Sulemana down the left-hand side. Leaves the ball for Gideon Mensah. Picks up the return. Can he send it across? Kamaldeen Sulemana. But that's very good defensive work there coming from South Korea. And they keep the ball, winning the throw. Cho Yumin. Centre-back pad now for Kim Min-jae. Very strong on the ball. Throwing quickly affected by Seo. Seo comes in to find his man, but that's a misplaced pass from Jens Kastrup. Jens Kastrup with the ball hit far away, throwing quickly affected. Edu Kwabna wins possession, trying to find Gideon Mensah. Gideon's pass has been intercepted, and South Korea will quickly play out of their defensive zone. Quick pass down from Oh Hyung-ju down his left-hand side. He was waiting for a return, but very good interception coming in from Ali Dusedu to clear the ball just off the feet of Heung-min Son. Throwing quickly affected by Lee Tai-seok. He finds Heung-min Son. Heung-min Son comes in central. Lee Kang-in waiting to pick up the pass, but ball is played down the left-hand side to Tai-seok. Tai-seok comes all the way to find Kim Min-jae. Min-jae waiting for the pass. He picks it up once again, just on the halfway line. Ball down the left-hand side. Jens Kastrup. Kastrup going in with a very sweet delivery, but the clearance comes in from Kojo Pompepra. The ball is cleared out for a throw-in. Hyung-ju still looking for that loose end to find the opener in this game. As deadlock, goalless, South Korea nil, Ghana nil. Kang-in down his right-hand side, he finds Seo Young-woo. Young-woo goes all the way to the defense to find Yu Cho-min. Cho-yu-min. Kim Min-jae comes in central. That's a very poor touch, but he manages to keep it. Park Jin-seok. Lee Tai-seok, and that's a very poor pass, seemed to have gone out. Our assistant referee says that was still in play. Ball just on the halfway line. It's a crossfield ball looking for the run of Lee Tai-seok, but Ali Dusedu was right there to block that channel of passing with his chest, and Benjamin Asari picks it up. Ali Dusedu, Jonas Ajeti, back to Ali Dusedu. Caleb Yurinchi, Kwesi Sibo, all the way down the left-hand side, you find Gideon Mensah. Kamaldeen Sulemana was late to that, and Prince Owusu committing a foul. Referee allows play to continue. Kang-in. Comes in central once again to find Park Jin-seok. Jin-seok with a quick ball down the left-hand side. Beautifully headed down. South Korea looking for an opportunity to test Benjamin Asari. And once again, Jonas Ajete will clear his lines. Prince Owusu out-muzzled, but he forces his man to play the ball out of touch for a throw-in. Throw-in to be effected down the right-hand side of midfield by Ghana.
This has been probably a better... Yeah, it has been a better defensive display by the Black Stars compared to the match against Japan, where the defense was more disorganized. And this match clearly shows that Ochoado and his technical team have done their homework, and they've tried to reduce the errors on the field and try to keep the defense organized as much as possible.
A healthy defense this time around for the Black Stars, but Gideon Mensah commits a foul just after the halfway line. Free kick for South Korea, quickly effected. Ball down the left-hand side. Kim Min-jae comes in central, and he finds Kang-in. Kang-in weighing his options, still pushing the ball forward inside the center circle, but decides to spread it wide down the left-hand side. Tai-seok. Kang-in makes the return to pick up that pass. It's brought it back to Kim Min-jae. Min-jae goes down to his left-hand side. Korea play the ball around, trying to find that loose end. And the return is picked up by Cho Yeon-min. And it's a loose ball now. Victoria Pleasant's Kwabnedu. Kwesi Sibo, Caleb Yurinchi. Kamaldeen Sulemana down his left-hand side. Can he get the better of his man? He's been pushed out. It's going to be a free kick for the Black Stars. Clearly getting the better of his marker, Seo Young-woo, and he pushed him down. Free kick for Ghana. An opportunity to invite the big men in defense forward. That was intelligent from Kamaldeen.
Yes, he tried. Initially, he was looking for the passing option, but he saw that the defender was tracking back very fast. So he decided to cross the defender's path, and the defender had no choice but to just bring down Kamaldeen Sulemana. And I think that was a brilliant run. And we need to be creating more chances. We need to be testing the waters up front. And we need to see more from our attacking players.
Free kick now, delivering inside the penalty area from Bonsuba, but the return. It's a wasteful attempt there.
Could have, he had the choice to just hold play for a while, find a teammate, and possibly create something better or a much better opportunity. But he decided to go for glory, and it didn't pay off this time.
It didn't pay off this time around. Free long ball into the penalty area. Benjamin Asari has all the luxury in the world to pick this one up. Throws it down to Kojo Pompepra, sent in the long one. Edu Kwabna trying to win possession, but he comes second best to that. Prince Owusu was looking for that pass, but Kangin steps in to make the interception. A quick pass now, clever touch. And Sebo plays it out for a throw-in. Clearly not happy with some decisions being made by Gideon Mensah, the captain for today.
I think he's rushing a bit. I don't know whether he's a bit pressured because of the captain's armband he's wearing, but he needs to take his time. He needs to try and calm the tempo of the game down. He needs to play like he plays all the time. He shouldn't be a bit too shaky because of the armband.
Gideon Mensah needs to be better than he's delivering. Game continues. South Korea trying to play the ball out of their defensive zone. But Bonsuba's interception couldn't stay in place. Going to be a throw. Throwing quickly affected by Lee Taisio. Taisio lays it down for Jean Castro. Sends in a long one. Kelvin with the interception. Lays it for Kwesi Sebo. Sebo down his right hand side. Ali Dusedu out towards his marker. Comes in central. Yunchi. Caleb plays down the ball on the left hand side. Just after the halfway line, Gideon Mensah. He sends Kamaldeen on his bike. Kamaldeen Sulemana out to this man. This time around, he's been brought down again by Cho Yu-min, the center back. That was a beautiful pass there from Gideon Mensah. Kamaldeen, with his skill, got past this man, but he left a foot to bring him down. Good decision from the referee.
Yes, the referee got his decision spot on. And I think the striker, Prince Edu, was trotting. I think he needs to show some urgency going forward, because as a striker or as the main striker, you are the one who is required to get in the goals. And if you are trotting whilst the winger is looking for you to launching the ball into the box, and you're not even in the box, it's a bit too concerning.
It's going to be a corner kick for the Black Stars. Kim Min-jae making sure that there is no space for Ghana. Run through. That was a very good defensive work there. Caleb with a follow-up. And Jonas Ajete had two men on him. He couldn't release the ball early to Kwesi Sebo, who wanted it. Strong defensive work there coming from Min-jae. Another corner kick for the Black Stars. Can they take advantage of this set piece and convert? We've seen Ghana getting better with regards to converting set pieces in the last couple of games. Delivering inside the penalty area, but the header was always going to rise. Edu Kwabna there showing his striking instinct. The Victoria Pleasant man couldn't connect on target. Kamaldeen Sulemana's delivery. But that's impressive for his height and his ability to power up before Kim Min-jae.
Yeah, that was. He's now starting to show what a striker is made of.
Kelvin wins possession, ball drops into a very good possession for Prince Owusu. That was poor decision making, ball drops to Bonsuba. Clever touch from him. He had too many bodies to strike the ball through. Well down the left hand side, Kamaldeen trying to get the better of his man, Sio. But no space for Kamaldeen. He retreats, finds Gideon Mensah. Caleb Rinchi. He seems to be the main distributor for the team. Opompepra finds Jonas Ajeti. Ajeti, Bonsuba. Kwesisibo wants the return. Ali Dusedo out towards his back out with a very good dribble. Prince Owusu, he's been brought down once again. The ball easily picked up by Caleb Rinchi. Down his left hand side, Gideon Mensah. Mensah to Kamaldeen. Gideon wants the return. Kamaldeen loses possession. He manages to win the ball back. Kamaldeen Sulemana. Quick switch of play down the right hand side. Bonsuba, clever touch. But he's been beaten to it. He manages to get the ball back. Ball to Kobnedu with a flick. But not the intended idea Kamaldeen Sulemana was looking for. Kwajo Pompepra wins possession. Still on the ball. Strong on the ball. The centre back out of position. Manages to find Kwesisibo. Sibo with the ball down his right hand side. Bonsuba. Ali Usaidi offering him an outlet. Bonsuba gets past his man. Finds Sibo. Sibo goes down his right hand side. Ali Usaidi, is he going to swing that one in? No space for him. He has lots of support. Leaves it for Kwesisibo. Sibo to Caleb Rinchi. Rinchi makes that quick turn. Is he going to strike that one? Leaves it for Prince Owusu. Also trying to go for the drive. He opens up space. He goes in. But it was always going to rise. He decided to take one. And Otoado applauds it. He wants more of that. South Korea nil, Ghana nil. Goal kick to the Koreans.
Yeah, the way and manner they are working and building up play is encouraging. They've really changed their approach, and it's high time we need to keep pressing. We need to keep creating more opportunities. We need to keep getting shots at the goalkeeper. Eventually the defense would break down, so we need to just keep pressing. We need to keep getting our chances, and we need to keep shooting.
The Black Stars need to keep pressing. A little over 36 minutes played, but less than 10 minutes to end the first half, barring any additional minutes. These two nations have already qualified to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. There's more like a test for them to continue shaping up their teams. Crossfield delivery down the right-hand side. Clever touch in there from Ko Hyochu. Decides to find Hyungju, but that was too heavy a pass for him to pick up, as Benjamin Asari will easily grab that ball. Game continues. Benjamin Asari plays it down to Gideon Mensah. Mensah to Kwesisibo. That's a poor pass, but ball drops to Opompepra. But that's a poor pass repelled there by South Koreans, trying to build an attack of their own. Lee Kang-in with his left foot, weighing his options. Comes in central, down the right-hand side. Finds Ko Hyochu. Hyochu, no space for him, but Jens Castro. Kang-in with the ball into the heart of midfield. Kim Min-jae steps forward. The ball is brought back to Seong-gu. Down the right-hand side of South Korea's attack. Quickly played to Kim Min-jae. Min-jae. Park Jin-seok. And Ghana, very well organized, discipline in their shape, force South Korea to retreat with that ball inside the center circle, just over the halfway line. A quick pass from Choi Yun-min. He finds Seo. Seo back to Kang-in. Kang-in spreads play into the penalty area. Can the ball be kept in play? A delivery blocked there by Ali Dusedu, preventing Lee Tai-seok from whipping that one in. That was brilliant from Lee Kangin.
And then the question goes, where was his marker? Because he was free for a couple of seconds before the ball was initially sent to him. So you need to put up this question, where was the marker? And with these lapses, defensive lapses, it could cost Ghana a goal. The more they give the South Korean side opportunities, they would eventually take it.
They will eventually take a corner kick for South Korea. Ali Seidu is well fit and back on his feet, but the referee tries to settle up. The shoving and pushing inside Ghana's penalty area before the kick. And it seems to be interaction between Caleb Yurinchi and then Cho Yumin. Caleb not ready to allow any space. Yumin so elects himself for the corner kick. Sent in a very distant connection comes in, but Benjamin Asari at near post saves that one. Very close, but it was very agile and it prevents that one from finding the net. Very good goalkeeping from Asari. Scores full marks once again.
Yes, that was a brilliant save. And not a lot of goalkeepers would be able to see this on time, and because there were a lot of bodies in his way as well. So that was a brilliant save there by Asari. And I think they need to notice that the corner kicks are becoming even more dangerous as they give the South Koreans more opportunities from that side.
The corner kick is becoming more dangerous, but game continues. South Korea 0, Ghana 0. It's an international friendly game. Well done for Kamaldeen Suleiman out to this marker. Kamaldeen inside the penalty area. Is he going to strike? He's trying to go for the dribble, but Cho Yumin knew exactly what he wanted to do. And together with Park Jin-seop made that interception.
So his idea was to try and get the ball to his right foot and then get a curler to it, but his decision making let him down in this one. He could have shot when the ball was on his right foot, but decided to take an extra touch, and that touch let him down in this one, or in this case.
That finally let him down. The ball inside the penalty area. Can that be a drive? And it goes in. Kamaldeen Suleiman testing South Korea. He was very much eager for this game, and he can see he's coming live to the party. Poor touch in there from Minjai, but once he lost it, Kamaldeen took advantage. But once again, Park Jin-seop putting his body on the line for that block. Edu Kwabna wanted that pass. Corner kick once again for Ghana. Kamaldeen Suleiman to effect this.
He's really been a real live wire and being a thorn in the flesh of the defense of South Korea in this game.
A delivery in there, stopped on the extreme right-hand side of the penalty area by Caleb Yurinchi. Wants a penalty, but referee says nothing doing. South Korea will try to best on the counter break. A long ball there down the right-hand side. And it's Gideon Mensah, very well positioned to pick up that loose pass. Goes all the way to Benjamin Asari. He comes in central. Kwesi Sibo. Sibo makes the turn. Comes down to his left. Finds Gideon Mensah. Mensah quickly finds Edu Kwabna. Strong on the ball. Trying to hold up play, but he loses it eventually. It's going to be South Korea in possession of the ball. Instructed by Jin-seop to send the ball back into defense. Kim Min-jae getting into the center circle. South Korea trying to find some loose ends, but it's becoming difficult for them, and the loose ball easily picked up by Edu Kwabna. That was a high foot, but referee allows play to continue. Fair win of the ball by Edu Kwabna. Ali Seidu, Jonas Ajeti, Kojo Pompepra. Comes in short. Come out in Sulemana. Strong on the ball. Still keeping possession. And that's a rash pass. Nearly gave it away. Humington. But this block goes right into Jonas Ajeti, who goes down his right. Bonsoba leaves it for Ali Dusedu. Bonsoba picks up the return ball. Switches play from right to left. But that was a very poor pass. And it's been collected by Seo Yongwoo.
I think Bonsoba needs to get his head into the game. He feels missing at this point. That was a needless pass. He could have given it short, but for some reason decided to give it long whilst there was no one there.
Not a very good opening half for Bonsoba. Certain decisions haven't gone right, and he just lost the ball. Throw he quickly effected. Kim Min Jai comes down to his right hand side. Seo Yongwoo. And it's Kangin who drops in central to pick up the pass. Kim Min Jai wasn't happy with his own pass, but very well retreated by Lee Tai-seok. Tai-seok comes in to Park Jin-seok. Jin-seok to Yumin. All the way down his right hand side, he finds Seo Young-wood. South Korea making sure they keep play. Just a minute of additional time that was showed, and that is going to be the final whistle for the opening 45 minutes. South Korea nil, Ghana nil, international friendly match between the two nations who have qualified for the 2026 World Cup. Few glimpses of exciting play from the Black Stars. South Korea looking a bit lackluster, but the first half ended with no goals at the Seoul World Cup 2022 stadium. Sammy, first half, Ghana nil, South Korea nil.
Yes, it has been a defensive or good defensive display by both sides. Ghana having more shots on target. Both teams having the same shots on target, and Ghana having more shots in total. It hasn't been the best of attacking displays from Ghana. Prince Edu Kwabena hasn't been at his best. We haven't seen the Prince Edu we've been wanting to see. Prince Owusu hasn't also been the player or the standout player we've been seeing at Mediama. And for Benjamin Asari, hasn't really been tested. The couple of shots that came weren't good enough to test him or be a threat to him. The defense, as I said, both defenses have been at their absolute best. So it has been a dull display attacking wise, but brilliant defensively.
Brilliant defensively, but a very dull display, and that is how the opening 45 minutes will end as the two teams go down the tunnel to re-strategize and return. South Korea nil, Ghana nil. This is Sport 106.1 FM. We'll be back shortly for second half action.
Sports lover, why are you looking down today?
Check the time, girl. Nathan and Raymond are rocking the morning show on Sporty FM, but you know radio sets aren't allowed in here.
The test is walking my way. You know I never miss the sporty news at 12 p.m. Then boom, the sporty plug hooks me up with solid betting codes. And after that, is the legend himself, Fifi Banton on the Sporty Drive. Cool music, solid advice, historical sports throwbacks, and the legendary courtroom session. But man, same problem. No radio set allowed.
I've got you guys. The name is Sergio Marucho. You can call me Concavix. I told you, Sporty FM will bust your mind with 247 sports content. From Accra to Uzbekistan, Monrovia to Canada, Zimbabwe to the UK. I mean everywhere. Listen live to every Sporty FM program. The morning show, Sporty Blog, Sporty Drive, Ball Up Top at midnight. You name it. Just stream it all. Tune in on Radio Box. Tune in, Radio Farmer, whichever streaming platform you prefer, we got you sorted.
Sporty FM, the voice of sports.
Yeah, 24-hour sports channel, that's all we do.
Emerging Brand of the Year, and this award goes to Sporty FM.
From passion to purpose, from the studio to the streets, we are the voice of sport. We are
10 teams, suggesting that Europe has become the confederation squeezed hardest by the reform, even though they have the most teams at the World Cup. I don't know how this makes sense to anybody. The numbers align. CAF will have 9 automatic places. UEFA will have 16. 16. CONMEBOL retains 6, plus a playoff slot, and CONCACAF, AFC, and OFC each gain ground under the 2023 reforms. But Gattuso's framing, delivered at a tense moment of a nation desperate to avoid another qualification failure, landed badly. The King Ajo. Europe will have 16 slots at the World Cup. But Gattuso is complaining about Africa's 9.
When I heard this, I mean, offhand, you feel bad as an African hearing him say this. But before I even tackle Gattuso, of course, I don't agree with what he said. I asked myself this question: why have we not won the World Cup yet as a continent? What's stopping us from winning the World Cup?
France took our players and won it. It shows we can.
And how do our players perform for their club sides when they represent Africa? They do so well. They leave statements. They do everything they have to do. Then I had an answer in my head. I asked myself, infrastructure. How they take juvenile football serious. So can we ever win a World Cup? Which country is going to do it for us? Which coach? Which player? Africa country versus, let's say, a Brazil, Argentina, final, penalty. Africa makes history. When is it going to happen? I didn't even think about what he said. I didn't even go there straight. Do we deserve to win a World Cup or even make a final? The World Cup has been going on for so many years, guys, and we've never even made a final representation. It's a problem. Can we blame ourselves? Probably yes. Why are we not doing it? Is it inferiority complex? Are we not confident enough that we can do it too? What is stopping us from winning the World Cup? Can't we do it? We can. What are they doing different that we can't do here? Maybe they will beat us with the machines and the materials they have, the infrastructure. But we can also do it equally. Now we have 9 slots. We are going. Those who are going, we have some average teams going, average nations going. But Morocco, let me add Ghana. No, I can't. We are not even serious with friendly matches. Morocco can hold Ghana, can hold Africa, and help us at the Mundial. So when are we going to win the World Cup or even get to the finals? We've made the semis, have we?
Yeah, in Morocco.
Yes, Morocco. So now they can do the final.
And I believe if they had a bit more belief in the semis. And I was one of the people that believe if Ghana had made it into the semi-final of that World Cup in South Africa, we would have gone all the way.
So you see, because let what Gattuso said, take your mind back to what are we doing wrong? For even him to start saying these things as a coach, as a football person, he's not right. He shouldn't say this. But go to that angle where at Morocco, a country like Morocco, they will say, okay, now we know our biggest talent is not even football, but when we invest, it can do something. They've invested, they've poured money into their football, and now look at what they are doing on all fronts: women's football, juvenile football, national team. They are doing so well. They've made the semis, they've made history. This kind of World Cup, they don't do well. We still remember that they're the only African country to make the semi-finals. What are we doing? What can we do? Forget about Gattuso. What can we do? Africa, one united. What can we do to change the narrative that we can go there and beat the big boys? Because the talent is also equally here. Now they come here and outsource and go back. What are we doing? Now it comes down to now, like I mentioned for Nigeria, people who don't care about the game, people who don't love the game are controlling the game. When will we get there? When you go there, example, because when you go to Europe or everywhere, wherever, South America, a juvenile coach. Now I keep mentioning that because that is the foundation of our football. A juvenile coach has the passion to stay there and coach for 10 years. And he can mention all the players that's passed through his what?
So let me. Do you know that the England under-19 coach is a Ghanaian?
Last week we spoke about it. Yeah. Last week we spoke about it, and we're not aware. We're all ignorant of that. Yeah. That fact. And the passion is there. He will get the money. He'll be okay. So he will be there to groom these players and look at what a smooth transition. So you see, my biggest problem, what is killing African football is that the wrong people are handling the football. They are thinking about their stomach. While these Americans, these Europeans, South Americans are thinking about what? The passion and bringing out talents. Who told you don't have Esteban in Ghana? Andrew no nimba bossing why even Achimota. Andrew no nimba bossing why. We have the players. So before we go and even bash Gattuso, what are we doing? Who is handling our football? Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon. Look at Cameroon now, because Ivory Coast, everybody who is handling the football. Senegal is doing it right. Why are they doing it right? Because now they are availing their self-worth for these foreign people to come in and invest in their football without cheating.
They are building a lot of academies.
Yes. Nobody will sit on money. So don't just be angry at Gattuso. Ask yourself big questions. What are we doing? Africa, when can we do it? What did Morocco do right to get to the semi-finals? What is Senegal doing right that they have that pool of talent that they can call anybody at all to come and play for them? That's the biggest problem. I don't know if they have a meeting, if CAF has a meeting here where he calls all FA heads for a sitting.
They do that.
They do it. How effective is it? That's the biggest problem, because so it's not about Gattuso. It's not about Gattuso first. When are we winning the World Cup? Because trust me, if South Africa goes to the World Cup, the game, and they win it, we'll all be happy as Africans. I saw that when we used Ghana, what Jan did for us at South Africa. Oh, they were supporting Ghana.
Bagana.
Yes, they were supporting them because it's one Africa. Nobody will cheat you there. Nobody will cheat you at the World Cup. I feel like the World Cup referees are kind of perfect, close to perfection. Nobody will cheat you at the World Cup. So when are we going to see it? Everyday favorites. There's no African country. Why? What kind of perception is that? Where are we going with our football? Are we only going to give them club talents, or we give them the Michael Essiens, or we give them the? I think France is taking our place, like you mentioned. But even France, where they are stationed in Europe, it's helping them. Proximity is helping them. They can't mess up because the rest structure is there. When you mention France, Team B, we are all in trouble here. They will beat last at 15-0.
Team B, Team C.
Okay, thank you. So you see, before
Klaus,
just listen to
Hernandez.
Those who are angry at Gattuso, those who are saying Gattuso cannot even coach, Gattuso cannot even. Before you go to Gattuso, let's ask ourselves the honest question, Charlie. When are we going to win the World Cup? Why is he saying that Africans cannot come there in their numbers and do something? Or why is he saying that don't give Africa this kind of number of teams to come to the World Cup? Forget about him. Let's assess ourselves first. Those handling our football, we beg them. We want to win something. Now I see Kelvin. They are playing some nice football. They are learning from Portugal. It's beautiful. They will do well at the AFCON. They can go to the World Cup and probably make history. Because if they go to the quarters, they've made history for themselves. So let's credit all those who are running the African football well. If Morocco can do it because it's like probably a stable economy, we can also try. There's some Brazil are this stable, like those who do are they stable in terms of like their economy.
I mean politically, I think they are as troubled as anyone.
Yes,
part of BRICS. So.
Yes, they are not. But the football is saving them. Football, sugarcane, that one I know. They'll pull it out there.
And coffee.
Yes. For you to consume. They'll package Esteval for you. They'll package Henry for Madrid. Look at this one. Right now, Madrid is in trouble. They're packaging soap, Madrid, so called loan. They'll give you proper. Do you know what this guy did? Chelsea's player, Andrew Santos. He was in every big YouTuber's page, sending his YouTube, like his video compilation to them to post. They have a plan. Now, to what Gattuso said, it doesn't make sense. Now, you as a coach, what have you done in your career? Keep quiet, Mr. Man. You've had all the chance in the world to be a good coach. You've used your playing time, your playing days to carve a nest that no, you can become a coach. We've given you teams upon teams. We've not seen any strategy before. I don't go hard on coaches, but it is what he said in Kosi. It is purely racist.
But he didn't just talk about Africa. He talked about South America.
No, let me pick from where we are coming from. As an African, you don't say that to us. You don't say that to us at all. Why? Because what are you saying? Look at the team you are even coaching. They scored when they are celebrating.
No, that's the
Italy game. Oh, okay, yeah.
So they got Gattuso.
You see, Gattuso, look at the team you have. Mancini, Bastoni, Di Marco, I love my life. De Lorenzo, Politano, Locatelli, Barella, Frattesi. And you can't win against Norway. How? There's no way you can do this to them. Italy.
Boss, there's no way you can win against Norway.
No, even look at his face. Wicked man when he was playing. Now I'm saying wicked things. Don't say this to Africa. Respect us. That means you're a racist, Loki. You don't say this to us. Like, what do you mean? Even if you explain yourself so well and compared back then to now, you've also grown. Now you are coaching in modern times. Don't say this. Let your coaching reflect your big words that you want to say. Because you've taken so many jobs, you are failing. I don't wish that for any coach. Coaching is difficult. But walk the talk, man. Don't chat big and give bad performances. First of all, I didn't blame the Italian FA for even appointing him because he's not fit for this job. Italy were going through a transition after they won the Euros. They were in trouble with the pool of talent they had. And the league was affecting the national team. So you don't go for this man to coach you. He's like emotional. He will fight with players. Tactics is average. Everything is average for now. Give him a team in the Serie C, Serie B. Let him go and start again.
Should they have at least tried from Carlo Ancelotti their own?
Easy. Come back home. And you see, it is affecting Italian football. It's affecting the Italian league. Gattuso, you don't tell Africa this. He should come and even apologize. Yes, come and say sorry for what you said. And you see, even when he said to the South Americans, they're also, coming back at him. I've seen Martinez's speech. It is bad. He didn't talk well. He's a below average coach. That I hope, with time he will improve. Or you see, like Frank Lampard did. Lampard started big. Lampard was bold because in his boldness he was learning. Took jobs that were bigger than him, but now he has learned. Gattuso, you can go back to the Serie B. You can go and take Como when Fabregas leaves and start from there. Don't laugh, man. Start from somewhere because you're taking jobs that are bigger than you.
Yeah.
No, you can't coach this team.
Anyway, Kelvin.
So to end everything I'm saying, before you go and bash Gattuso, let's assess ourselves as Africans and blame those who are not helping us to get there to the semis and the finals, because the World Cup preparation starts from right after the winner. The next World Cup began when Argentina must leave the trophy. People have been preparing. What were you doing? You were eating money. You were chopping your...
As Jonas Ajeti. Prince Owusu, that was too heavy a pass for him to keep. And ball will be quickly recovered by Ali Duseidu. Very strong on the ball. Tries to find Prince Edukabna. But he's also been bundled out. Off that ball. Jans Kastrop has also gone off. And Jinju has come on. Kim Jinju has also replaced Kastrop Jean.
Two local players or two players in the South Korean local team, or their league are the ones who've been brought in, and they are hoping to make a good impression and possibly use this game as an opportunity or as a stepping stone to get themselves into the World Cup with South Korea.
Hoping to make a good impression. Ghana's started 11 remains unchanged. Benjamin Asari in post. Ali Duseidu at right back. Gideon Mensah left back. Jonas Ajeti Kojo Pompepa in central defense. Kwesi Sebo, Kelvin in midfield. Prince Owusu playing right behind. Right in front of them. Behind the main striker Kabnedu. Kamaldeen Suleiman on the left-hand side of attack with Christopher Bonsuba on the right-hand side of attack. For Korea, his son Bumkin in post. Seo Yong-woo, Kim Min-jae, Cho Yeon-min, Lee Tai-seok. There's Park Jin-seok, Lee Kang-gin, Kim Jin-ju, who came on to replace Jans Kastrop. And then Seo Min-woo, who came on to replace Ko Hyo-chu. Heung-min Son, the captain. And then Shoju wearing the number 18 shirt, leading the attack. Ball drops to Prince Owusu. Mixing a quick pass. Ali says had a penalty area, looking for the cross, but he was late and a clearance comes in from Kim Min-jae. Clever defensive work there, but that pass from Caleb. Prince Owusu was brilliant trying to find Ali Duseidu.
That was a brilliant pass, and this is what we've been looking for. This is what we've been waiting for from Prince Owusu, and we need more of this, and he needs to be feeding the striker a lot.
Corner kick wasted there by Ghana and South Korea will win back possession. Ball down the right-hand side. Seo Young-woo has been fouled, and it's going to be a free kick against Gideon Mensah for that challenge on the right back. The Red Star Belgrade man has had a very good time in this particular game. Play resumes. Kim Min-jae leaves the ball down for Park Jin-seop. Jin-seop gets the ball to Kangin. Kirin saw with a quick ball trying to find his attacking partner, but very good offensive work there from Ghana. Gideon Mensah wins the ball, leaves it for Caleb Yuenchi. Yuenchi finds Prince Owusu. Prince Owusu plays it down the right-hand side to Christopher Bonsuba. Bonsuba trying to get the better of his man, but he has an option of Prince Owusu close by. Caleb Yuenchi. Yuenchi's press play down the left-hand side to Gideon Mensah. Mensah, Kamaldeen Sulemana. Can he get the better of his man? But that was a poor touch from Kamaldeen, playing it right into the foot of Seo Young-woo and eventually committing a foul there. But once again, brilliant delivery there from Park Jin-seop. But unfortunately, Human-son's pass couldn't find his man, but it would have been flagged offside anyway.
The Koreans like to hit long balls, hoping to find someone in there, or a long ball to start the attacking play before trying to get in the goal or get a player to pass it to before getting the goal. So that was a brilliant pass. The eye to get the pass was brilliant.
That pass was brilliant. Play resumes after that incident. A quick ball down the right-hand side and a delivery inside the penalty area, but Benjamin Asari will be happy to pick these up anytime it comes in. Lee Kangin, a bit surprised that delivery went into no man's land. Ali Duseidu, good drive forward, waiting to make that pass, close by. Kwesi Sibo offers himself for that pass, lays it down the left-hand side. Gideon Mensah. Mensah back to Kwesi Sibo. Sibo draws the ball back to the right-hand side of Ghana's defense. Jonas Ajeti. Ali Duseidu finds solace in goalkeeper Benjamin Asari. Asari sends in a short one. A dink pass to Ali Duseidu. Seidu with a long ball. Edu Kwabna, he was late to that. And Kim Min-jae will be very happy to be picking these up. With Cho Yu-min. Ball down the right-hand side. Seo Young-woo. Young-woo comes in central. He finds Park Jin-seop. Jin-seop lays the ball for Yu-min. Park Jin-seop. Human-son comes all the way back to help restart play and create from deeper lines inside the center circle. Cho Yu-min. A quick twist and a turn, and it's picked up by Kim Jin-ju. He seems to be having the better of the exchanges. Ball drops in a very good shooting position for South Korea. It goes in with a drive, but it was always rising. Hyun-ju trying to test Benjamin Asari. That was a sharp turn, but unfortunately, the execution way off target.
That was a poor shot, and the thing is, he had options. He had an option to pass it to the far wide. He had another option to hold it a bit, look for someone else to pass it to, but decided to go in for the shot. And there was no harm in trying, but this time it was a bit too high.
This time it was a bit too high. Throw in for Ghana. Ali Juseidu waiting for that ball. He picks it up just on the halfway line. Ali Juseidu sent in the long one, trying to find Edu Kwabna. A very good marshalling there from Lee Tai Siok. Cho Yu Min. Ball is picked up in midfield by Park Jin Seok. Ball still in defense. Tai Siok sent in a long one. Jonas Ajeti. Kojo Pompepra. That's a very good turn there from Kwesi Sebo, but Prince Owusu once again fails to keep possession and then loses control. Referee allows play to continue. Prince Owusu wins it back. That's a touch there from Kwesi Sebo, not the very best, but Sebo, he feels that the ball drops in for Edu Kwabna. Can this be a goalie? Shim is the goalkeeper, and that's the opener. But he's been flagged offside. Sweet play from Sebo, finding Edu Kwabna, Victoria Pleasant. That's a goal.
Yeah, that should.
It looks like he's on.
Yeah, that should stand.
The left back played him on.
Yes.
Lee Tai Siok. If the video assistant referee is working, look at that shimmy. He got the goalkeeper rolling on the turf even before he took the shot. And the assistant referee's flag went up high.
This is a very tight one, but
very tight. To wait. If the VAR works, we'll wait for confirmation.
That was a brilliant goal.
And I'm sure if it's reviewed, Otado Clay not happy with the decision, but tells his players, you guys need to concentrate. Prince Edu Kwabna waiting for confirmation of that decision from the video assistant referee. In offside calls, the referee would always not go to the monitor. It's going to be the decision that will come from drawing the lines to see who kept his man on or off. And the decision has been upheld as an offside. And game continues. South Korea nil, Ghana nil. Sammy, from what we saw it.
It was a tight one. And that if he was onside, that would have been a brilliant goal, in fact, because the opportunity, the chance, and the way and manner he scored the goal made it beautiful. Got the keeper down on the ground, and then he just had to just roll the ball, not with any power, but just roll the ball in. And that was a brilliant one.
That was a brilliant one in there. Game continues by referee whistles for a free kick against Ali Juseidu on Humington. And it looks like things haven't been too easy for South Korea, but Humington stands behind the ball with this free kick.
And Human Song behind the free kick. He scored a free kick against Bolivia in their previous game against Bolivia. And he has been a threat from set pieces. Last season with Tottenham Hotspur, he scored an Olympico. That's a goal from the corner, straight from corner to goal.
The free kick has been wasted. Edu Kwabna has been fouled. Could this be the first yellow card of the game? And clearly it's going to be the first yellow card of the game. Kim Jinju. It's Kim Min-jae. It looks like, yes, that's the first yellow card of the game. See who committed that foul. It was clearly the substitute, Kim Jin-ju. Free kick quickly taken. Jonas Ajeti finds Kojo Pompepra. Pepra to Gideon Mensah. Back to Pepra. Pepra sends in a long one into midfield. That was a poor one. South Korea repelled that attack, trying to get the better of Ghana's defense. Jonas Ajeti Very strong on the ball. By Heung-min Son. Out to his back, a ball drops inside the penalty area on the right hand side. Can this be a left foot that deflects off? Kojo Pombe for a corner kick. Lee Kangin. Very enterprising play there from Heung-min Son to find Kangin. And he did his best to make sure that he was driving on target. Kojo Pombe with a block right there for a corner kick.
Yeah, that was brilliant, and the foot was there at the right place. Unlike other times where there's a deflection and it ends up behind the net. It was a very helpful deflection, and Asari would be happy that it didn't enter, but rather went wide.
Benjamin Asari will be glad that went off target. Corner kick for South Korea. Now the right hand side of the attacking area is going to be an in-swinger. Delivery comes in. Clearance comes in from Jonas Ajeti. Kelvin heads it out, not too far. South Korea still in possession of the ball. Lee Kangin wins possession. Gets it back into the path of Seo Young-woo. The delivery comes inside the penalty area. Connection comes in. Benjamin Asari parries it over the goalpost. The flick from Cho Yumi, the centre back, nearly caught Benjamin Asari off guard, but brilliant goalkeeping from Asari. Corner kick for South Korea.
It was very sharp and quick to rush back and get his hand to it. He was very fast, and that was brilliant from him as well.
Very good read of the situation. Stepped back a couple of times, and he managed to parry that one over the goalpost. Ghana's number one for a reason, Benjamin Asari. Corner kick to effected. Another in-swing at this time around from the right-hand side. It went through the area of men and near post by Kelvin will clear his lines. Ball back into Ghana's defensive end. Gideon Mensah will head it out. Ball back into the edge of the penalty area. Gideon will combine with Caleb to clear the lines. South Korea still in possession of the ball, but that pass cut by Ali Dusedu. He's having such a very good game. Ali Dusedu rolls it down on the halfway line. He finds Caleb Yunchi. Back to Ali Dusedu. Seidu finds Jonas Ajeti. Ajeti rolls it back to Kojo Pompe. Down his extreme left is Gideon Mensah. Gideon with a long ball looking for the run of Kamaldeen Sulemana, but he was late to that ball. And South Korea will build another attack from defense. Park Jin-seop rolls it down on the right hand side. Seo Young-woo. Ball back into defense, and it's picked up by Park Jin-seop. Down his left hand side. Kim Min-jae. Min-jae rolls it down to Lee Tai-seok. Tai-seok was looking forward to getting the ball to Heung-min Son, but the pass was deflected off. It's going to be a throw-in substitution now. Substitution now. Heung-min Son is going off. And Hwan Hee-chan, another player. Hwan Hee-chan comes on. And Cho also goes off. Young-ju also goes off. And Ghana has also made a substitution. Prince Owusu off. Thomas Brandon Asante has come on to replace Prince Owusu. What do you make of Ghana's substitution?
So it now seems like a 4-4-2 he would be hoping to play, and with this one, Prince Edu has a bit of support in Thomas Brandon Asante.
Delivery inside the penalty area, and that's a near post. That's the goal. Brilliant delivery, and Tai Seok legged at the far post, and he connected beyond the reach of Benjamin Asari, who's had a very good game for the opener. South Korea 1, Ghana 0.
And once again, I ask, where is the right back? Where was because in this case he was the one supposed to track that side, and it was a free header and an easy goal, not the best of goals you should be conceding. And I think we need to really work on how we defend, because as I said, this team thrive in the air. Their strength is when they are in the air, and that was a brilliant header. He didn't head it upwards but rather downwards, and it was a difficult one for Benjamin Asare to even try to do something. It just bounced off him and straight into the net. There was nothing he could do from that. It was a great goal. South Korea have taken the lead.
Lee Kang-in with that delivery, and Tai Seok legged at the far post to get the opener in the 63rd minute. Tai Seok with the goal separating the two teams. There's got to be a free kick against Ali Seidu. Goes into the book of the referee. It's going to walk a tightrope. But look at that delivery. The start of everything. Gideon couldn't stop his man. Ball went to Kang-in. And look at that delivery. Two players caught ball watching. Bonsuba, Ali Seidu, they couldn't pick out on their marker. And Tai Seok connected beautifully for the only goal that has been scored after 67 minutes.
And clearly, defensively, Alidu hasn't really... He's done well a couple of times, but once again, he's let a player fly through, let a player go through, and we need to really work on that.
Need to work on that. Need to work on that. Wait to see what will happen. There was Brandon Asante with a drive there, but it was just brushed off the upright, and you can see the side from goalkeeper Son Byokun. That was instinctive from Brandon Asante.
Yes, he was so close to drawing Ghana or putting Ghana back into the game. That was a great strike there. So the keeper wasn't concentrating and then decided to latch onto it, and that was close.
That was pretty much close. Ghana trying to get back into the game. Gideon Mensah wins possession. At least it's out for Kelvin and Ali Seidu wants the return. But very good offensive work there coming from South Korea to win possession. Kwesi Sibo reads play. Makes that quick interception down the left-hand side. Gideon Mensah. Mensah was looking for the whipping, but leaves the ball for Kamaldeen Sulemana. Kojo Pompepra. Inside the center circle. Jonas Ajeti. Pompepra picks up the ball, sent in a long one down the right-hand side. Can Ali say to keep it in play? He does well to keep it in play. Was looking for a throw-in. That's well to outweigh this marker. Ball goes to Christopher Bonsuba. Delivery comes in. Can Ghana get in? But the connection from Edu Kwabna wasn't the best, as Kamaldeen Sulemana, like it at the far post, couldn't also connect. Otoado wants a lot more from his team. But that was an interesting whip there coming from Bonsuba.
And
Kamaldeen and Edu Kwabna couldn't feed on that.
That was close to making it 1-1. And yeah, you can clearly see that they are trying to get back into this game, and it would be a difficult one, especially being down away from home, and they would need to do more to create more chances. They need to create more chances. They've just been sitting on the back foot for a while, and that's the reason why they conceded in the first place. And if they want to get a goal back, they need to be on the they need to be more attacking. They need to keep pressing, but they are more reluctant and waiting for Korea to come at them before they work something out.
Let's see what will transpire from what goes on in the final 20 minutes of the game. South Korea 1, Ghana 0, 63rd minute finish from Lee Tai-seok separating the two teams now. Bonsuba trying to outwit his man, but two players on him. They win possession. Tai-seok, the goal scorer, not ready to Let his goal be cancelled. Bonsuba with a very good interception. Throwing to be effected. Quickly throws it down, but that's the touch Jonas Sajeti made to make that interception. Gideon Mensah plays his shot. Dukwabna has dropped deep. Back to Gideon Mensah. Kwesi Sibo inside the center circle. And it's Caleb Yuinchi. Yuinchi finds Ali Seidu. Seidu leaves it for Christopher Bonsuba. Bonsuba has been forced to go all the way back into defense. Kojo Pompepra. Gideon Mensah. Mensah places into central midfield. Edukwabna to Edesmaka looking for the run of Thomas Brandon Asante. Edukwabna staying strong on the ball. Makes that pass quickly to Caleb Yuinchi. Yuinchi finds Bonsuba. Is he going to shoot? He decides to make that cut back. Ali Seidu with the delivery. Too close to the goalkeeper and he comes out to pick with ease. Was that the best decision from Caleb Yuinchi?
I think the cross wasn't the best, and I think they need to really work things out to break this defense, because this is a very resolute defense by South Korea, and they need to take their time to break them down. You just can't break them down just like that. So they need to really, especially the centre back pairings of Kim Min-jae of Bayern Munich, who has been probably one of the best players in this game, and also Cho. Cho has been the stronger guy who has been a pain for Prince Edu in the first half. So I think it will take a lot to break down the South Korea defense.
Edukwabna seems to have picked up an injury. Hoping it's not too bad. He's clutching onto his tie. But the medics will quickly attend to him. And he's up on his feet. It doesn't look like he may be able to continue. But Ghana with the second test of this international window. Lost 2-0 to Japan. We're looking forward. Casio Tuado telling another player to quickly get warmed. Don't know whether he's going to be Prince or say Owusu or Kelvin and Kroma. They are the two players who are forwards currently on the bench. Game continues, South Korea in possession. Lee Tai-seok, who scored the only goal of the game, makes that pass into defense. He finds Cho Yun-min. Yun-min leaves it for Kangin. Lee Kangin. Park Jin-seok wants that pass. It's been left now for Kim Jin-yo. Lee Tai-seok picks up the return on the left-hand side. Sends in a delivery, but came off the body of his own player. But he manages to out-twist Ali to say he gets into the penalty area. Goes past the second one, and it's going to be a penalty. Penalty for South Korea. Caleb Yuinchi, the culprit. He held on to his man after the beautiful dribble. And you can see it was always going to be Wani Chan. He knew exactly what he was doing. He got past the first man, Ali Seidu, got past Caleb Yuinchi, and Caleb left his hand tagged onto his shirt. The referee had no other option than to whistle for a penalty. Poor decision making there from Caleb.
Yes, in the box you don't have to be holding your players like that, especially when the player is having the ball. And this guy is probably one of the most feared South Koreans in the Premier League at the moment, and Pep would say that Korean guy is just too good. And he's showing why he's been praised by Pep and other coaches because of how good he was. He dribbled past one, dribbled past two, and was clean. And could have got a shot as well until he was pulled down. So he is one of the bright spots in this South Korean side as well. And he is going to pose more threats than Son. Son was a bit too slow. In the first half he was a bit too slow, but you can clearly see the energy that Hwang Hee-chan has brought into this attacking side, the attacking side of South Korea, and he is going to be a problem for our defense.
Penalty for South Korea. The 29-year-old Wolverhampton Wanderers forward Hwang Hee-chan, who won the penalty, is going to play it himself. Substitute. Another substitute has come on, and it's Prince Osei Owusu. Prince Osei Owusu, I'll be coming back to Same on what Prince Osei Owusu's introduction could mean for the Black Stars. There's a penalty. Benjamin Asari against Hwang Hee-chan. South Korea looking forward to doubling their lead. Hwang Hee-chan still waiting for the referee's whistle to take this penalty. Heung-min Son quietly sitting down to watch, and Benjamin Asari saves. Too easy for him. Benjamin Asari with a penalty save there.
A lot of Ghanaians didn't think he would even make a save from this, because against Marfring Zongo Donzo in the Ghana Premier League, his last game before joining the Black Stars, he conceded a penalty, and that was the only goal he conceded in that game. And here he is being the savior or the hero in this one. It's a big one, and this should be the turning point for the Black Stars. This should be extra boost or extra motivation that their goalkeeper is going to be there to help the team, but they need to push to get a goal to be able to get things on level peggings.
Not the very best of kicks from Hwang Hee-chan, but credit to Benjamin Asari. He stood tall, he was confident, he was calm, and he made that penalty save. South Korea leading Ghana by a goal to nil, failing to take advantage. Benjamin Asari, quick to the ground. He knew exactly where Hee-chan wanted to play that ball to, and he saved it with ease. And a substitution now. And it's Jin Seob who's come off. His place has been taken. His place has been taken by Kim Tae-hyun. Temporary hold up. Can see Hee-chan very much disappointed with himself for that penalty he missed. Look at that. Asari came out and he just grabbed it. Benjamin Asari. Lots of confidence. He's been decent. He's been good. He's made saves in this game. Clearly making a statement, cementing his authority as Ghana's number one.
Yes, and this game is one he would like to remember, hoping and that if Ghana can at least get a goal or two in this game. But he has been one of the standout players in this game as well for the Black Stars. They've really lacked the attacking power, and think with the introduction of Prince Owusu, he's going to add a bit of energy. But you see, the midfielders aren't feeding the attackers, and this is something that was happening in the game against Japan, and it has transcended here as well. And in the first half, it wasn't that bad, but it's just been the worst. They need to send the ball forward. They need to give the attackers opportunities to try and get at the goalkeeper. But if the ball isn't getting to them, there's no way they would be able to strike or get attempts on goal. So the midfielders need to be feeding the attackers as well. The attackers need to also draw back and show a bit of seriousness in terms of winning the ball, because pressing always begins from the front.
Pressing always begins from the front. Hee-chan wanted a yellow card and a foul against Kwesi Sebo, who had an outstretched arm that went directly into his face when he was trying to get past him. Referee would settle for a drop ball. And Seo Young-woo quickly played down to Yumin. Yumin decides to go all the way back into defense, and he finds Kim Min-jae. Leaves the ball for Yumin. All the way back to his goalkeeper. He's been forced to get the ball down to the right-hand side. Yumin places into the midfield. Clever touch now from Kim Tae-hyun. Kangin. Ball down the left-hand side. It's Kim Jin-yim. Lays the ball inside the penalty area. Can this be an opportunity for South Korea? It's going to be a goal kick. Good defensive work once again. Jonas Ajete preventing Wan Hee-chan from having a good laugh again. Ajete seems to be struggling. He's battling with a knock. That is not looking so right. Doesn't look like he'll be able to continue.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's going to continue.
But he's going to soldier on. Ready.
I think he needs to be able to go on with the game, but he would be limping. We wouldn't get the 100% we would be hoping to get. For me, I would advise the coach to.
Game continues now with the ball inside the penalty area. Can this be the goal? Kamadi Suleiman missing the post by inches. Clever from him. Nearly got the better. And the goalkeeper, Son Bum-kyun, looks like deflected off. Kim Min-jae, clever running to the penalty area, but unfortunately, he couldn't find the target. And you can see from the technical team, they're a bit disappointed, but it's not going to be a corner kick. It's going to be a goal kick. Clever from Kamaldeen. Unfortunately, he couldn't find the target.
That was close, but just inches away, and this is what we need. If you want to get back into the game, you need to keep pressing. You need to show seriousness, but it feels like they are just sitting back and they are playing more relaxed, as if they are in the lead, and it needs to change.
And it has to change. A long one in there looking for Prince Owusu. Kamadi Suleiman out to Otis Marcus. Gets into a very good position. Can he send the delivery? That's what goes in for. The shot cut back. A ball comes in. Kelvin was looking for a penalty. The referee going to whistle. Game continues. Ball drops to Caleb outside the penalty area. It was rather Thomas Brandon Asante was fouled inside the penalty area. Christopher Bonsuba inside the penalty area. Kanishu decides to get the cut back. Kwesise ball. The clearance comes in from Hee-chan. Ali Dusedu with the delivery inside the penalty area to nobody in particular. In South Korea will clear their line. Jonas Ajete bundling into his man is going to be a free kick.
I think Yerin-chi's decision making let us down in this one. The pass to Bonsuba wasn't bad, but Sibo was calling for it and he wanted to lash onto it, and possibly he could have gotten something out of it. And the cross from Alidu wasn't the best because no one was prepared for that cross. It felt like they were not expecting it and they were not ready to also fight for it as well.
Game continues. Jonas Ajete steps forward, makes that pass to the right. Bonsuba, clever tattoo out to this marker. Can he making that pass? Prince Owusu leaves it out for a cutback. Brandon Asante manages to keep possession for Ghana. Makes that 10. Thomas Brandon Asante. Caleb Yerin-chi. Ball is picked up by Christopher Bonsuba. Thomas Brandon Asante trying to get the better of his marker. Leaves the ball down the right-hand side. Ali Dusedu, is he going to send one in? He does well to whip that one in. Ball drops outside the penalty area. Caleb Yerin-chi, is he going to shoot? Caleb Yerin-chi leaves it down for Thomas Brandon Asante. Outside the penalty area. Brandon Asante goes in with a drive. Low, but always moving away from the goalpost. Goal kick for South Korea. South Korea 1, Ghana 0.
Once again, decision making. I think he held on to the ball a bit too long. Could have decided to. You see, the box alone was filled with a lot of red shirts. So he should have just waited, looked for another option, hold play for a while, and then get that opportunity. Because the box alone is filled with a lot of players. If you want to try something, you should be hoping to get it close to the target. But he's not doing that. They are not looking for the pole. They're just shooting, hoping that it gets close and might cause a threat. But they're not shooting at the pole.
Not shooting at the pole. Kwesi Sibo. A quick ball now into central midfield. Kwesi Sibo, express play. Ali Seidu. Close by is Bonsuba. Down the right hand side of Ghana's attack. Pressure on him. Bonsuba. That's all to hold off that pressure from his man. He ends up winning the free kick in the heart of midfield. Lee Tai-Siok, the man who scored the goal.
Once again, they just keep holding play. Whilst he could have passed and then run into space, he decided to hold on to the ball and win. Not saying winning the free kick is bad, but you see, you are down by a goal. You are not leading. If you are leading and you're holding the ball, it's understandable. You just want to delay and waste. But as at this time, you are delaying, wasting time, and giving South Korea the opportunity to regroup. And that's not what we need right now. We need a goal. So we need them in an unsettled manner to break them down.
Into the penalty area. Can this be a cutback? Jonas Ajete, high foot. Referee, can this be Ghana's equalizer? Jonas Ajete scores. But the whistle had already gone. The flag has gone up once again. There was a high foot from Jonas Ajete. A delivery from Kamadi Sulemana. Bonsuba headed it back. Ajete with a high foot. Prince Owusu wanted to score. Think
the offside was visible. It was clear. Right when the ball shot, the first header was offside. His movement was a bit too early, and they need to work on their movement as well. It was a great opportunity, but it was clearly offside.
It was clearly offside. Otuado looking at where to find a goal. Out of the two games, his team has conceded 3 times, but they haven't had any laughter, any joy with regards to getting a goal. Kim Min-jae right there. Soldier putting his body on the line, but clearance from Gideon Mensah. Prince Owusu loses out that aerial tussle, but ball drops to Caleb Irinchi. Irinchi goes all the way back to Benjamin Asari. Asari, that's well to our 20th marker. He makes that pass to Kwesi Sibo. Sibo lays it down for Jonas Ajete. Ajete steps forward. Jonas Ajete trying to be on a run. Sent in a quick one, was looking for his marker, Kwesi Sibo. That's well to make that interception as Ajete was out of position. Caleb Irinchi picks up the pass. Leaves it down for Kojo Pompepra. The left-hand side of Ghana's defense. Rolls it down to Gideon Mensah. Mensah approaching the halfway line. Comes in short. Prince Owusu. He was struggling for the ball with his man, but referee whistles for a free kick against Prince Owusu.
At this point, I think we need one last forward to help the team in terms of creating chances, because if with all these forwards and yet we are not really making that break, we are not really showing that urgency until this latter stage, I think we need the last option there, and I think Kelvin Nkrumah would be that player to try and drive into the defense. He would be, I think he has what it takes to drive into the defense of any team, and we really need someone to drive the defense, because the midfield is just full of defensive minded players, and we need someone attacking minded to help the team out in going forward, and I think that's our last option and we need to take it.
That's the final option. We'll be looking forward to the final minutes of the game. If the Black Stars can't get back, or Korea are going to double their lead. 63rd minute finish from Lee Tai-seok separating the two teams. The clearance comes in from centre back Cho Yu-min. Ghana with the ball. Cut back from Caleb Yurinchi. Yurinchi weighing his options. Leads it down for Ali Seidu. Down the right hand side. Munsuba picks up the pass. No space for him. Gets the ball to Caleb Yurinchi. Kwesisi ball wants the pass. Leaves it, but that's a poor pass. But ball gives it to Caleb Yurinchi. Thomas Brandon Asante, but Bonsuba once again failing to find the right connection. Jonas Ajiti with acrobatic clearance as South Korea tried to counter break. Ajiti picks up the return ball down his right hand side. He finds Ali Seidu. Close by is Caleb Yurinchi. Yurinchi weighing his options. Kojo Pon Pepra down his left hand side of midfield. Gideon Menta Kamaldeen Sulemana trying to get the better of his marker. Ball played away, but picked up by Sibo once again. Inside the center circle is Caleb Yurinchi. Ali Seidu. Back to Caleb Yurinchi. Ali Seidu nearly gave the ball away, but he's been rescued by Caleb Yurinchi. Jonas Ajeti. Kwesi Sibo. Back to Kojo Pon Pepra inside the center circle. Down his left hand side. He finds Gideon Menta. Gideon weighs his options as he screens the pitch, waiting for support. Sibo offers an outlet. Gideon trying to make that pass, but that channel has been blocked. A long crossfield ball there from Jonas Ajeti, but playing it right into the safety hand of goalkeeper Song Bum-kyun.
At this moment, South Korea will just be hoping and waiting for the time to just run down, as we are just in the last moments of the game. It's been a balanced game, but we just lost one moment or a couple of moments to equalize due to bad decisions or poor decision making. And right now we should be quick in moving the ball forward rather than slowing down play. It feels like they've already accepted the fate that they are not going to win this game. With the referee adding 3 minutes, this should be the last resort. All men forward, try and get the goal as fast as possible. Just push the men forward. That should be what Otoado should be saying right now. But with his defensive approach, I'm not sure we'll be able to get a goal in this game.
Wait to see what will come out, but that's a poor pass, nearly giving it away, but Opon Press stepped in to make that clearance. Caleb Yurinchi inside the center circle, looking forward to making that pass. South Korea keeping the ball. Ball drops into the penalty area, but the clearance wildly from Lee Tai-seok. He's not ready to let go. That lead game continues. Additional minutes of 3. 1 already done into the second minute. A long ball in there from Gideon Mensah trying to find Kamaldeen Sulemana. Very good cover there on his chest. Sent in the long ball. What was he trying to do? Christopher Bonsuba, can he keep it in play? But that's a wild and heavy pass. Rolling out of play for a goal kick. Wasteful from Kamaldeen.
Yes, that was wasteful. For a moment, I thought he was shooting to score, just to see the ball go wide. And Bonsuba was trying to just keep that in play. He was just hoping to get there early, but unfortunately the pass was a bit too heavy, or the shot was a bit too heavy for him to do anything with that.
Throwing to be effected. Game continues as Korea into the final minute of added time. The ball back into defense. Kim Min-jae wants the ball to be played out quickly, but they managed to keep possession. A long ball into Kim Jong. trying to get the better. Place it down the right hand side. Can he be kept in play? Very good run there from Seo Young-woo. Seo Young-woo place it back into midfield. Inside the attacking third. Can this be a very good delivery? But it drops in. Jonas Ajete with a clearance. Kwesisibo decides to head it out. Brandon Asante couldn't keep it. A delivery inside the penalty area. Can there be a cutback? Very good one. And the drive comes up. The upright. Jisung trying to connect to the cutback from Hee-chan. And that is the final whistle of the game. The final sequence of play. South Korea defeating Ghana by 1-0. International friendly, and that is how Ghana end this international window. 2 matches, 2 losses. And unfortunately for Ghana, no goal scored. South Korea beating Ghana by 1-0. Lee Tai-seok's 63rd minute finish separating the two teams.
Clearly, it was more of a balanced game, but we just didn't have what it takes to get a goal. We didn't have what it takes going forward, and it wasn't the best of attacking displays once again. I think from this, Coach Otoado should know that attacking wise, we need a lot to be done over there. Defensively, it was a good game. It was dull, lacked goals, but that only goal separated the sides.
The only goal separating the two sides, and as you can see, Kelvin and Chroma going on to try again. Jesse is a youngster, and could clearly see some joy and exchanges between himself and then Heung-min Son speaking to him, telling him, and you can see exchanges between the two. Very hearty chat. That's brilliant. Good to see exchange of pleasantries between the two teams. But Ghana end the game with a loss once again. South Korea 1, Ghana 0. Let's see if we can pick some calls. 0542 571061 0302 794805. What did you make of Ghana's display this afternoon? Hello?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is husband.
Yeah, yes, let's hear from you.
Okay. It was a better performance as compared to our game against Japan. I said earlier in the week, let's pair Caleb and Sibo. For me, that is the partnership. And then put Pate in front of them. Good work. Prince Edu did well. His hold-up play was good. Christopher Bonsuba, I think his form is coming down. I don't know whether it's the effect of him going to the golf, but I believe he still has more work to do, because should the senior players come, it will be very difficult for him. Kamadin, once again. To sum up, it was a good performance, and I hope Otto has learned a few things that in the next window we will get opportunity to see more of them. Thank you so much.
Well, so that is it there. Otoado having a quick chat with Heung-min Son, a player he knows pretty well. Very hearty conversation between the two. Very experienced player and a young budding coach. Let's see if we can pick the next caller. Hello?
Hello, Kelvin.
Yes, sir. Your name and where are you calling from, brother?
Good afternoon. This is Otunfo calling from Medina.
Oh, Otunfo, thanks for joining us. What are your, thoughts from this loss?
So Caleb Kirin, fantastic, in the midfield. But he's always like, whenever he's with the ball, he's always watching his right toe. But I'm sure the left video. He's always passing the ball to the right, he can't even spot runs on the left flank. I don't know if you are also observing what I saw, but his partnership with Positivo wasn't as bad. It was okay. lack just very simple, just doing the simple things. Like, you see, the Koreans, they were not even stressing themselves too much in the game.
Yeah.
Look at the goal they scored. They just applied just basic, like, you know, basic supporting the football. That's how come they got their goal. And, you know, our players, you know, seem to complicate things. You know, sometimes you don't even have to control the ball. You have to just touch the ball to your teammates. But, you know, these are boys. Well, it is what it is. You know, we do hope for the best, you know.
All right, Otuva, thank you so much. Let's see if we can pick some more calls. Hello? Well, we'll see if we can pick some more calls in here. Very, difficult test in these two international windows for Ghana, losing both games. 1-0 loss just this afternoon. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Kelvin.
Yes, sir. Brother, thanks for joining us. Your name, please.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm okay, brother. Your name?
Sorry, you bring something give away.
You said?
You bring something give away.
Make a notion, but we go meet for the other side, eh?
Hey, is your...
Yeah, boys level.
Mr. Kelvin.
Brother.
You one more.
Okay, sure, brother. Let's hear from you.
It'll be like, today there was some improvement. Charlie, how a good one. So, Charlie...
You just hope for the best, eh? You can't really fault anybody.
Oh,
yeah.
No. Today, yeah. And I think the first half, they should have scored a goal in the first half.